So hello YouTube, today I am here with something new. I received my amp today. It's JBL Club 5501. This one. Basically, I never prefer to buy anything online related to car audio as I had bad experience with Snapdeal once. I got broken amplifier. That's why I stopped it. But the thing is, I have habit to upgrade my setups. You are seeing lots of stuff in the storeroom. I cleared it all right now. I just have this box, that one capacitor, which I am gonna sell it out. I'm gonna use some 600 watt RMS subwoofer in this box on that app, and the point being, I brought all the stuff from the distributor directly so that I keep on upgrading my setups and I won't face huge loss while upgrading it. I had to bear some loss, but that's my passion to keep upgrading car audio stuff. Okay, and most of the time I buy brand new stuff. Okay, so this time I have brought it from Flipkart. Reason being, it is way cheaper even than the distributor. I'm not saying dealer. Okay, distributor of my town, and I thought no one can sell stuff in better price than that distributor, but this time Flipkart has dropped down prices in their card offer. I used Axis card. Okay, so coming to the point, this is the amp. Now most people will say why I didn't choose Sony XM-GS100. So you can check out my old videos. I used that amp nearly 5 to 6 years ago, and I wasn't interested to have the old technology and old amp again. So this time I went with JBL. I used JBL GTO 751EZ in the past, and trust me, these amps are built like Rockford Fosgate. They are underrated and built so well, you will feel the build quality in your hand itself once you take it in your hand. Another thing was, you will say the Sony XM-GS100 is a 600 watt RMS amp, and why I choose the 551. One reason was, here I am going to use the zero gauge wiring, and the reducers should be straight. I don't like the angled inputs. That was one reason. And Sony XM-GS100 or Pioneer 9701 has the angle input, and Sony has the very cheap terminals. That's why I was looking for the better build quality. And looking at the RMS wattage, you will be surprised that Sony amps struggle to give the certified, the rated wattage. But you can see here, this JBL Club 5501 and Infinity Reference 500A are the exactly same amplifiers inside, just the body is different, and being from Harman mother brand, both of them are exactly the same. So here are the figures from the dyno. 417 watt at 4 ohms, 645 certified, okay, at 2 ohms. Here is uncertified, around 700 watts at 2 ohms. And here is the dynamic, 819 watts at 2 ohms. That's not joke, okay, for such good price. So now talking about the Flipkart, I am pretty happy with the service. Just the thing I didn't like is, they took around 2 days just to pack the product. Okay, I placed the order on 29th. They could have packed it on 29th itself, but they took 2 days just to pack the product, and then it shipped immediately. And today I got it delivered. So it took 29, 30, 31 and 1 and 2, 5 days to deliver the product. Okay, so in delivery terms, they could have done it pretty faster, so it's okay. I got the product in 5 days from Thane to Pune, which is journey of 4 hours only by road. Anyways, let's do the unboxing now. Let's come to the real part. So here we go. Here is the package. Let me start opening. You can see it's all sealed. I hope the amp is pack piece and not broken like most of the people do on the online selling. And there we have to face some problems. Here is the amp. There is some kind of sticker. This is international model, okay. This is not the made for India product. This is international model, so you can find many dyno test or any global tests. Let me search for English language. Here is the English. So peak wattage is 1300 watts peak, and rated wattage is 550 watt at 4 ohms, 2 ohms, sorry. So that's all. This is not the pack piece, okay guys. But one thing I would like to show you over here. They say warranty issues. Online sales. I will read it out for you. Online sales caution. This unit is not authorized for online sales. Warranty of this product is invalid if purchased online. Okay. That is bad sign. Maybe that's why this is cheaper online. So product is not a pack piece as you saw. This is from Flipkart, okay. This is from JBL. I am telling the amp. I brought this amp from Flipkart. Let it be any online store. What is inside? These are 4 mounting screws. These are 2 stickers. This is high to low converter and extra fuses and user manual. And this is warranty card, but not signed, not stamped. I don't know why the seller has opened the box, or it is open box. I don't know. There is no seal as such. It comes like this, or you can see no marks of seal. If this is sealed, then I don't know. It should be here, right? So that if someone tampers it, we will get to know. So here is the amp, pretty well packed and pretty heavy too. Very small amplifier. This was my need. Okay, I want to install the system on the seat, and I don't like heaviest amplifiers. That is the reason I sold my DD M2B. This is packed, okay. Looks like it is never opened before, even though the box wasn't with any seal, but this seems like this is never used or opened before. The amp is heavy guys for its size. Okay, here is the amp. It is in extremely good shape. You will feel the difference guys once you hold it in the hand. I had 2 Sony amps XMJS 100, and the build quality is nowhere close to this international brand. Okay, so the maximum consumption will be 60 amperes, so it should work fine on my stock electricals. As you know, I have AMT car, and those AMT cars need some electrical power to shift the gears, and I don't want to play with the brand new car's electrical system. I don't want to be harsh on it. So the best part about this amp is it has got good build quality. You can see the fit and finish. It is very good level. So I will keep this on low or high one. I have 5 volt pre-out from my amplifier, and on that you have to set this. This is gain control knob. This is bass boost frequency. Doesn't matter, as I keep bass boost on 0. Never use bass boost. Okay guys, it is bad for your amplifier as well as your subwoofer. And this is phase shift. It should be on 0, because I'm not going to mount sub inverted. I'm going to mount it in the traditional way. So amp is brand new, so we can trust them. It feels so strong in hand. Okay, it's not like cheap amplifiers out there. This is subwoofer out, and these are 4 gauge input terminals. These are 4 gauge, little oversized and very well built. Okay, the fuses are hidden inside it. 60 ampere total fuses, 2 fuses as you saw. Very good looking, cute, tiny amplifier. And after few years, such amplifiers will rule, because full bridge technology is going common these days, but they are delicate. That's why the international brands are not launching it very soon, like Pioneer, JBL. But I think after few years we are going to see all full bridge amps only. So all this is inline. Okay, even if my amp is placed like this, no problem. Even the terminals are hidden inside, so you can snug fit the 4 gauge cables. As I have the reducer, it will be protruding out at this end. There is power light and protect light, nothing fancy, and we don't need anything fancy in amplifier. Okay, but this is very premium looking amplifier. If you mount it anywhere, it will look cool. It is eye catchy. So that's all. I hope you are happy with the unboxing. Now coming to the part, should you buy it online or not? See, I had changed nearly more than 30 setups easily in my 4 cars I had till the date from last few years. I'm crazy bass head. I keep on spending money on car audio again and again. You have seen my videos, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, as I keep on doing such things every now and then. So everything is packed piece. Okay, I won't blame the seller that he gave me the broken, the 230 ampere fuses. These are high to low converter. These are simple RCA. You have to plug in your speaker wire here and here, front right left or rear right left, as per your choice, if you have the stock head in it. I'll never recommend to stay with the stock head in it unless and until you have pretty high-end car. Stock head in it shows you all the tire pressure and all that stuff. These are pretty cheap quality JBL stickers. These will fade away within few months. I have used it before, that's why I know them. These are the mounting screws, but I don't know why are they so deep. Okay, they will be going here, and these are for seats. I guess you have to drill the seats. I'm not going to mount it anywhere. I'm going to use it under seat. That's the reason I brought this amp, because it is way smaller in size. This is the instruction manual. JBL amps are so premium, and you get the feel that you have got something good for your investment. There are many competitors these days, like Chinese amps, but I never brought any Chinese stuff. I mean, non-branded, non-CA certified Chinese stuff. So that's all for now. Do I recommend this amplifier? Definitely yes. Do I recommend to buy it online? Definitely yes, because I have used so many lots and lots of stuff till the date. If you tune your gain properly and you use your system and equipment like a qualified person within its limits, then your setup will last for lifetime. Okay, trust my words. There are few people using 10 and 20 years old subwoofers till the date, and subwoofers is the moving part. It has wear and tear, but still you can imagine if subwoofer can last that long, then amplifier should last definitely for lifetime. Okay, so it's up to you. Don't stress up your subwoofer, don't stress up your amplifier beyond its capabilities, and use it on recommended power. I can use, as you saw, the rated power is 550 watt RMS, but it gives certified wattage of 650 watt RMS, so I can easily play 650 watt RMS subwoofer or 700 watt subwoofer and tune it lower. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use only 550 watt RMS clean tuning by DMM, and I might get some 600 watt subwoofer for this. I'm looking for good subwoofer. Okay, possibly I will try to get in couple of days. Today I will install this amp and will upload another video for the testing. For time being, I might test these subwoofers on it. These are, I guess, 6 ohm each, so I'll test it in parallel. And I want to do this experiment also, how the home audio subs sound in car, as most of our guys must be curious about it. I am not expecting anything from these subs. Okay, I know these won't sound good, and even if they sound good, I am not going to use it in my car, because I have this enclosure and I like to keep things professional as they are meant to be. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Live loud.